Sacramento facing the Las Vegas side they really struggled with in 2024.
The Las Vegas Lights, not only did they beat Sacramento twice in the regular season, they ended the season for the Republic. All those players are on the field tonight, and they'll want to get a good start to this campaign. 2 games in a row against Vegas, the second one being in the USL Jägermeister Cup.
Tonight set the tone. I would say give something.
Tonight's a great opportunity for one of these teams to set the tone.
Take a look at the West. Very tight right now. If you look at 2 games in hand, it's so tight when you look at
I know when they show the standings, it's like 16-30-10.
All right. Copy.
It's 5 minutes to kick off. If you're grabbing your last hot dog, beer, whatever it is, head to your seats.
Choo-choo train.
5 minutes to kick off. It's time to get moving to your seats. Presented by Motherload and Van in Storage. Kickoff just 5 minutes away.
Gotta enjoy these nights now before it's 110 out. Last July was miserable. It was hopefully not this year.
Not here, but it's crazy.
You're hitting yourself early too. So you're like in this like the 2 o'clock man, no thanks. So enjoy these.
It's no fun.
Yes.
Without air conditioning.
Oh, Joe's here. Shape up. Oh.
All right, fans, it's time to introduce our captain of the match tonight. And we are surprising our captain of the match for some Native American Heritage Night as an enrolled member of the Ion Band of Miwok Indians and a trailblazer in federal tribal relations. She recently announced her retirement after nearly 5 decades of dedicated service to the Bureau of Indian Affairs.
It took 96 minutes for Republic to find an equalizer last Saturday to preserve the unbeaten home roker. Tonight, the Indomitable Club plays host to the only side that have beaten him at least twice last season, the Las Vegas Lights. It's Native American Heritage Night from Hard Health Park, where tonight's match is presented by Wilton Rancheria. Beautiful night in Sacramento. We welcome you pitchside. As always, Adam Moffitt. I'm Rob McAllister, and this is going to be a good one for Sacramento. A little bit of revenge opportunity here for the Republic against a Las Vegas tie that is going to be catching no one's surprise this year. Really had a great run against Sacramento last year.
Yeah, what a fantastic season it was for this Lights team. Not only did they beat the Republic twice in the regular season, but they actually ended the season for the Republic in penalty kicks. A lot of those players are out there for Republic tonight, and they'll have something to prove. 2 games in a row against Vegas Lights. Let's see which team can really set the tone tonight heading into next week's Jägermeister Cup.
Well, let's take a look at the standings. It is tight as ever in the West, and you look at a couple of games in hand. Sacramento gets a win here tonight. They propel themselves right back at the top of the mix here. You get 2 games here. Adam, you might find yourself at the top of the standings. It is tight as ever, and it's going to be a good one here because Las Vegas in the same exact situation.
It's great for the league when you look at the Western Conference standings. You win 2-3 games and you could be first, even Lexington on the bottom. So it shows that the disparity in the league is not great, and everyone is capable of bringing it each night. And I love seeing that for the USL Championship.
Well, Sacramento, Las Vegas returning a lot of veterans from a year ago. They're ready to go here tonight. 2-2 here at home for Sacramento against this Lights team. USL Championship play here tonight. Kickoff is coming up.
Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but is in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Wilton Rancheria, UC Davis Health, UC Davis Health, Believe in Better, and by Sky River Casino, the premier casino in Elk Grove. Starting 11's coming up next.
at Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
Listen up.
Why do you do it?
You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car.
My mom is out there.
That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone.
Let's take a look at our starting 11. Brought to you by the team in law firm. Sacramento, Las Vegas here this evening. We begin with the Republic. A couple of changes here as Lewis Jamison now in the starting lineup. Desmond Kleeman Timmer stays the same. Benitez, Ross, Willie, Gurr, and Pirano and Herrera up top with Jamison.
He's going to add a little bit of energy up front. Those runs and behinds, maybe what Sacramento's been missing a little bit, and him combining with Herrera is going to be good for Republic.
And for Las Vegas, last time they went 3 in the back was against Tulsa in a 4-1 loss. They'll try it again here tonight. Couple of changes. They had some injuries as well. Rodriguez is top, the former Oakland man. As this Las Vegas team is 2 points ahead in the standings with 12. Sacramento with 10. Republic in red, Vegas in blue. Sacramento headed to the north end of the Tower Bridge Battalion. And an energetic crowd here at Hardell Park. Christian Pirano leading the team with 12 shots on the season. And he is a guy that can always put you in the mix and very creative opportunities for the Sacramento team. They're going to rely on him tonight as there is no Russell Cicerone. Knight Pickering comes over from Lou City, the youngster, with 2 goals in all competitions. And he will be another one to keep an eye on. And Pirano sends it all the way back to Danny Vitiello. And here we go in 74 degrees from Sacramento. It's Vegas, it's Sacramento, and the Republic and the Lights. The first of 3 in 2025. Already over the top looking for Herrera. And Rico Rosarina, the former Tampa man who played with Neil Collins, goalkeeper this evening, having a fantastic year. 5 shutouts, 13 saves, less than a goal a match. Defensively, Adam, this Las Vegas team has been better than anybody else in the Western Conference.
They really have. Real interesting in the league, and we've got an early injury. Looks like Malik Howell hurt his left leg. I don't think he's time wasting this early.
That's to be unfortunate. Malik Howell out of Jamaica, one of the 3 center backs this evening for Antonio Notarino in his first year. And I don't know if that's a knee or a
cramp, maybe.
Cramp already? That's not great here.
I'd hope not. It's not a great start. He's moving too comfortably, Malik Hall. What I would do if I'm Sacramento, I'd get Christian Pirano on that ball and running at him.
Well, Rosarina now has a look to go deep, and they'll send his teammates up the pitch. He's jogging a bit gingerly there, and we'll see how this plays out. So keep an eye on Malik Howell, number 24 for Vegas, after a potential early injury. Here's Noel, a crafty Frenchman, 1 goal, 1 assist on the year. And Sacramento applying pressure early. Bodies flying everywhere. And Blake Willie and Sebastian Herrera, coming together. Christian Pirano checking. And now Alex Howell is down again. And he may not be able to go. This is going to be an interesting turn, as he's holding the other leg that he made contact with. But we have yet to see this. I mean, 2 minutes in here, and this is going to be an interesting, because this will count as one of their 5 substitutions for Vegas here, Adam.
Yeah, and it is that same left leg he is holding, Malik Howell, and Sacramento almost won that ball. Blake Willie came in a little bit too aggressive. I like the energy, but that was a good chance to win the ball. It was a heavy tuck by Malik Howell. But what he did was real interesting. Valentin Noel was the player who dropped real deep behind the back line to kind of orchestrate from deep. He's a very crafty player. And this doesn't look like Howell's going to be able to continue.
Injury stoppage brought to you by Restore Hyper Wellness. Do more of what you love. Receive a free cryotherapy session, SRF Cryo, when booking. So to set it for you, it's Vitiello in gold. Timmer, Kleeman, Desmond, Benitez, Ross, Willie, Gert, Pirano, Herrera, and Jamison for Sacramento. A Rosarina, Gartig, Singer, and Howell, who's been dealing with an injury here early. And then Brewer, Noel, Leal, Izcona, Nigro, Pickering, and Rodriguez for Las Vegas. The whistle starts and we get going here again, but already there's going to be some time added. And a flag goes up.
I mean, we're 3.5 minutes into this. The ball's probably been in play about 20 seconds. And if you're a player, you just got to make sure you're dialed in and you're ready to go. It can be a little distracting having these kind of stoppages early in the game.
And Vegas, a bit of pressure. Herrera being held, and Gartig, the 22-year-old out of Denmark, is whistled, but seeing quick pace, style of play, moving from left to right. And Neil Collins mentioned last week, he said really the most disappointing effort from our boys all season long, and resulted in a last-minute draw after this man, Lee Desmond, was able to draw a silly foul on Chiza. And Trevor Ammon, to his credit, came in a couple minutes right before that play and was able to put away the penalty kick for a draw against Indy to get to 10 points on the year. Sacramento unbeaten in all competitions, 3 wins, 3 draws here. But Adam, this is some expectations now. Sacramento knows it's time to start picking up a few wins here, and they feel like this is a great way to start here in what is first of 2 back-to-back against this Lights team.
Yeah, the second one coming in the USL Jägermeister Cup, which is a big one because Vegas has won their opening 2 games.
Great ball. Benitez in on goal. Benitez has it denied. He's taken down in the 6. Wide open look. But a Rosarina came out with a massive stop and converging bodies all over. Benitez goes to ground. He's a bit slow to get up, and it looks like maybe Malik Howell again.
Yeah, and it should be 1-0 Sacramento. I don't even know if this is going to go in. Malik Howell, I don't think Benitez gets contact right, and I think it's good defending in the end by Howell, but I don't even know if that's going to go on target from Michel Benitez. Like, it might have been going towards that far post, but great play by Sebastian Herrera. Lee Desmond initiated the play as well, and that is a danger. Those are the moments, though. Goals change games, and you're playing against a team like Vegas Lights. You don't score against them. They're going to sit back and they're going to look to hit you on the counter attack, and you've got to find the back of the net right there.
Vegas with just 6 goals in the regular season. They've allowed 7, only 62 shots. And if you take a look at Sacramento Republic in the same amount of games with 109. So with the pace of Jamison, how can Sacramento use that to their advantage and maybe some supporting runs? Meanwhile, Vegas, a very crafty team, has some playmakers at them, and really at any moment we've seen over the last 2 seasons now can sort of flip a game with some of the talent they have out there. And the ability to create something out of nothing. Benitez is shoved to the ground by Shaft Brewer, the Sacramento native, former Republic Academy standout, who moved on to LAFC of MLS in 2018. And it's going to be physical. Setting the tone early for both of these teams. 7 minutes in, we've seen injuries. A near early goal. Close to yellows as well. Jamison circling back. Got a goal in the opening week. Looking to get back on the board. Plays a little heavy for Ross.
It's a positive start for Sacramento. 7 minutes in this one. I know we've had a lot of stoppages, but you can just tell they're a little more direct. A little bit more energy in the attack. And Lewis Jamison, he provides some of that.
Good attending by Singer. And now Rodriguez with 2 goals on the year. Gets the counter started. Nigro on the left wing. Crossing this ball in front. Here's Rodriguez. It's nicely handled by Danny Vidiello, but that's how quickly Vegas has been able to spring. We saw Indy do it a weekend ago here in Sacramento, and another visiting club almost answers back.
And that's what they're going to look for. They're going to allow you a lot of possession, and they're going to look to spring on the counter-attack, and that was very well done. Johnny Rodriguez caught in 2 minds. Do you go with the foot? Do you go with the head? And it's a tricky one. It bounced right in front of him and didn't get the right purchase on it to really trouble Danny Vitiello.
Gurr has room. Gurr with the cross. Not handled well by Vegas. And it's Benitez. Oh, Willie's got a look. A little disadvantage in height there, and Pirano gets right back up on his feet, poked away in the game's first corner kick. For Sacramento coming. And it will be Christian Pirano with no Rodriguez. All corner kicks all season long, brought to you by Atlas Disposal, and concede to Lewis Jamison.
Yeah, with Lewis Jamison, the left foot of his, and does have a really good delivery, and he's going to try and put this right on top of Rosarena. And they've got Lee Desmond standing right in front of the goalkeeper, looking to flick it on.
Goes low, Desmond into the north stands. And with that, let's step away and hear from the California Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive. Go safely, California.
Ace Kona charging the middle of the park and tripping him along the way is Blake Willie. And the game's first yellow.
He's got to be careful. We saw him first game of the season. Blake Willie, he was got a yellow card a lot earlier than the 10th minute, and he managed to keep it together and stay in the game for the rest of it. But again, as a defensive midfielder or a midfielder who likes to put himself around, you just got to be careful. You can see a lot of players at the back. The sun hasn't quite set yet here in Sacramento. It's still covering. Still some sun in that corner. You gotta keep your eye on this ball, though.
Definitely an advantage for Vidiello compared to a Rosarena on the other side. Nigro floating this one forward. Good run by Vegas. Howe will look to recover it. And takes it away. Sacramento going to send this one up the pitch. See if they could spring something. And a Rosarena will slow it down. 4 straight unbeaten for this Vegas side. And they were maybe a surprise last year, finishing just above Republic in the standings. Took them a while to get going. But I don't think they're going to shock anybody here in 2025, bringing majority of these players back. Rodriguez trying to run underneath it. Freddie Kleeman. The shift. As everyone comes over to look for Brewer. Brewer to the right side against Benitez. Brewer trying to send the cross in. Dangerous looks as Gurr is able to get there, but brought down as Leal. The windup denied by Ross. And now here comes Seba. He's being held. Crowd wants a foul or something. And Seba's just looking for support.
A smart play. He knows he's not going to run away from anyone, but he didn't have much help. Now he does, but Sacramento needs to get a few more numbers forward. Ball still in play.
Very close by Brewer. All-time record between these two. Sacramento with a 7-4-4 advantage. The only loss here in Sacramento, Vegas, was a season ago. And they're saying it inadvertently because it came off of the foot first. Crowd doesn't like it, but that'll be the call as it stands. And Pirano takes it away from Izcona. Benitez calling for it. On the ground it stays. As Corbin May gets out of the way, give and go. Back to Pirano. Pirano is cut down. Well, Adam, it's fast, it's physical, and it's a much different look than what we saw against Indy a weekend ago.
It is very different. Very, very different, but you'd never quite know. A goal can change things. If Vegas do sneak one, you know, they're going to sit back, they're going to bunker, they're going to let you have a lot of the ball. And that's why we spoke about that opportunity for the man just who had the ball, Michel Benitez. If he puts that away, it really does change the complexion of this game.
Willie moving forward. He's finding Gurr. Gurr's waiting for the run. We'll go to the left foot. And a Rosarina, I'm not really sure why, got a paw to it. It was settling out of play, but it gives Sacramento a corner kick here, Adam.
Yeah, and he'll be hoping nothing comes of this, and it's across from Jack Gurr. It's just a little too much on it. There's no one around. Goalkeeper doesn't look around him, and that's the importance of knowing what's going on around you. It would have been a goal kick for sure. I think the coach is too happy at it. Antonio Nosharino.
Jamison right in the center, going up. Freddie Kleeman unable to stay on his feet. Jack Gurr winning the ball back. Jamison looking for Seba. And a Rosarina comes away clean. There'll be moments for Vegas here. Sacramento has put the test to them early on these set pieces. A reminder, the USL on CBS Sports Network continues May 28th. The Western Conference doubleheader, San Antonio, Tulsa, then Las Vegas and Phoenix. That's next weekend. Public off for Memorial Day weekend. They'll face this Vegas team 2 weeks from tonight. Cross in, Jewison with a little bit of a flick, waiting for Herrera. And a good step by Ross. It's been a bit clinical so far for Sacramento, at a much different. Benitez cutting inside against Brewer. Jamison has room again. Willie floating. And look at the hustle coming from Sacramento tonight. They are able to win that ball right back.
And that's what you want to do, is that counter press. As soon as the ball's turned over, you just don't let them maintain any type of possession. Pirano's going to try and shift this to his left.
Trying to find Seba. Seba heels it back. Gurr's going to wind up. Gurr floating. Gurr looking. Headed down. Sacramento. It's not the timely run they needed there to try to put one through. And now Vegas will try to settle and bring it the other way. Rodriguez is off by a step. Johnny Rodriguez, ever dangerous. 24 goals the last 2 seasons, 12 in each of those years with the Roots. And quite a get for Las Vegas, who needed a real prominent striker up top. Really haven't had that look since maybe Danny Trejo.
And he had a good chance earlier in this game. He'd be disappointed he didn't find the back of the net.
Vegas 3-2-3 on the year, a -1 goal differential. However, they're 2-0 in the USL Cup. with 5 goals. And right now, the favorite to move on in this first group.
Sacramento needs to find a way to get out the other side. When you make 3-4 passes on one side of the field, you draw players in, and it's just on someone to switch the attack, get it out. Jack Kerr's wide in the opposition half, and here goes Knight Pickering.
Pickering, the youngster, going to go for goal, curling this one to Danny Vidiello. And Christian Pirano took an elbow to the back of the head. And he signals to the referee Corbin May that he is okay.
No real conviction in that shot from Knight Pickering, but it is just a sign of the threat. When they win the ball, Vegas Lights, they're going to keep Knight Pickering up high. They're going to keep Johnny Rodriguez high as well. It's real interesting to see where Noel's playing. He's playing as almost a holding midfielder tonight.
Speaking of holding, Seba just always creating contact. This time it's Gartig who's able to find a way, and another Vegas player is going to need a moment. Well, time is running out. Secure your spot for the 25 season. Don't miss the exclusive benefits. Head over to sacrepublicfc.com/memberships before it is too late. Well, you look back, is Christian Pinzon, the 10th minute on a very, very hot day on July 1st. And a win for the Lights, the first ever. And then in September, Sacramento would strike first, but 2 goals. Pinzon with a game winner. And then you go to the playoffs, Sacramento losing that last match to Colorado Springs would ultimately win the title. And they go to PKs and they'd fall in South Nevada. And this is a Lights team who took it to the stretch. I mean, they had a good look. They had an opportunity as well to find themselves in the final. And with that, they make a coaching change at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this season, you mentioned it earlier, Rob, it was kind of a surprise season from Las Vegas Lights, and it was a really good one. And they could have gone all the way. They probably were the strongest team once they knocked out Sacramento, and it seemed like they were going to get that game against the Switchbacks. They didn't do so, but somewhat of a transition season with a new head coach coming in, and for them, they want to keep what they had going. That can be tough. New players coming in, new coaching staff as well.
North Reno, a Miami FC 24, of course, an Italian legend. Played Juventus and AC Milan. National team appearances. And had just a lot of young players, not a huge budget with Miami, and with a former MLB owner. He's giving a little bit of a veteran roster here and a chance to win. See what he can do in his first year in the West.
Yeah, I think they'll want to get more wins than Miami got last season with Nocerino in charge.
Good poke from Ross, and Gurr will clear it to the stands. Elk Grove Charter School, where they believe nobody succeeds alone. Come see what a flexible education can do for your student.
20 minutes in, I'm surprised Malik Hall's still on the field, to be honest. After that first 5 minutes, he was on the ground 3 times. Looks to have gotten over it. And you've got to keep the energy up, which is Sacramento. It was a good start, and the game's kind of slowed down slightly. Still got to find out what you were getting success at, and that was hitting the feet of Sebastian Herrera, players coming out underneath.
Timmer in a battle with Pickering.
In these moments, Freddie Clayman has the ball. It's how can you get it to their side? That's where that weak side for the opposition is. Almost everyone's in that half of the field, and he's getting his head up to look for it. If you take too long, you just allow the other team to shift over.
Easy enough for Vegas. The takeaway by Powell, but he gives it right back. Willie stayed with it. Gurr with an extra touch, waiting for Herrera. Herrera heads it into the 6, bounces off of Lewis Jamison, who was turned the wrong way and had a wide open look.
Yeah, it was. You float the ball up for Sebastian Herrera. There's a good chance he's going to win it, and he does. And it was the ball played off Lewis Jamison, and he tried to find it. Fortunately for him, he looked the wrong way. First look was towards the goal. He would have maybe gotten on the end of it.
Another good step from Gurr. Sacramento very active in trying to win the ball back in Vegas' half of the field. Just going to spray this forward, and Brewer can't get there, and Rodriguez won't have time. Vegas has not been on the road much this year. Just their 4th game away from Southern Nevada. 8 of 11 of their first at home in all competitions.
What's real interesting with this light side is 8 games, 6 clean sheets they've had.
Good ball there, a little shove.
Offside.
Clean, says Corbin May. What a ball from Lewis Jamison. It started from the back. A great buildup and a good attack, and Brewer may have gotten away with one there.
Yeah,
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I was offside, so it wouldn't have mattered. The referee, the linesman on that far side had his flag up, so regardless, it was could have done whatever he wanted there. It wouldn't have mattered. And I don't know if that was a foul either. Again, we've seen some interesting penalty kicks given early in this season.
I mean, how many games have we seen where a team has come back at the death, essentially either to win or tie? Willie again with another step. He's looked good. Jamison just played it right into a defender. 3 Republic teammates waiting for it in the 18.
Blake Willie's got to shoot it. Go shoot the ball. You're the 20 yards out. And overdoing it, Sacramento. You challenge the goalkeeper. Careless giveaway. I mean, Blake Willie, great job winning the ball. He's driving forward. And the best option for him is to take a crack on goal. Have that confidence. And he resorts to giving it almost a little bit negative to Lewis Jamison, and nothing comes from it. Test the goalkeeper. But going back to it, this is the Las Vegas Lights side who 6 clean sheets in 8 league games. They've given up 7 goals, so you don't know what you're going to get. Might be solid defensively, or they might give up 4 goals or 3 goals, which is the 2 games they've given up.
I'll say that. That's the you look at it. The 4-1 loss to Tulsa was the worst defeat of the year, and you take away a game like that, and it's a much different look for this Vegas team. And they've been handling the pressure so far from Sacramento. Brewer able to get in behind Benitez. Cross coming, Kleeman there. And Freddie has been sensational so far this season, leading the team in clearances. Pirano's got a run. Howell just goes right into him and now runs over him. Pirano was looking for a teammate there. And Sacramento will try to restart quickly, but another elbow to the head to Pirano will take his time.
And the game really did open up there. Las Vegas Lights had a chance on the right-hand side. Shaft Brewer crossing it in. There was basically no midfield at that point. Everyone was up in the box for Vegas, so they were sitting back. And these are always interesting. One, Nick Ross, the Scotsman, over the ball. When it's central like this, you typically want to split your guys. Maybe some to the left, some to the right, and it looks like most of the big guys are going to the left. So with the right foot of Nick Ross, he's going to try and find someone.
4 goals, 6 assists in a career year in 2024. Crowd stomping their feet here at Hart Health Park. Goes left. Ball still in the mix for either side. And last touch by Sacramento. Crystal Creamery has been building strong bones and bodies with the freshest dairy from the Central Valley since 1901. Taking pride in delivering dairy you can trust. Grab a glass, taste how fresh local can be. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh. Last 4 games for Vegas, 2 of them USL Cup games, 3-1 win over Orange County. They beat AV Alta 2-1, and then Loudoun, and maybe their best win of the year, and a 1-0 defeat, and then a draw with Colorado Springs. And here they are in Sacramento. They'll play 2 games in between the next time we see the lights here in Northern California. Ball played left side. Good run here. Nigro just didn't play it right.
Now he's got to get back. Nigro, Jack Gurr's getting his head up. A wonderful switch.
What a ball from Gurr. Jamison has room. He's going to poke it through. Benitez in behind Brewer. Sacramento showing patience. Herrera holding up, waiting for a runner. He's waiting for somebody to come with him.
Christian Perano's got to get underneath and help him. I mean, Sebastian Herrera's just begging for someone. He'll lay it off to you. You'll get a free shot in the box. And, oh, that is... it's going to be a yellow card for Nick Ross.
He had no choice.
But Christian Perano, we speak about Christian Perano. We mentioned him before the game. It's, that end product, get goals and assists. And that was the perfect chance. The ball slowly played into the feet of your striker. You've got to create a little bit of separation, and that's how you score the goals. It was good build-up play, and Herrera's finding those pockets. He's doing a really, really good job of getting those windows and holding off his guy. But
it seemed like an eternity he was holding the ball in the 6 too.
And he's just begging for someone to come help him. You see that man Perano there? He can be such a threat. Gets that end product. It's going to be a good season for him if he can get those goals. We saw him do it in San Antonio and a few years back.
Leads the team in shots with 12. But they'd like to find more of those on target. Here's Nigro, second season with Vegas.
And just that one pass from Jared Timmer there takes out 3 players for Las Vegas Lights. So the rest of the field you've pretty much matched up for your Sacramento.
Timmer waiting for Herrera. Seba! Oh, it's brilliant! Timmer to Seba again. Put it on repeat, Adam. That was sensational.
Oh, and he knows what he's doing inside the box, Sebastian Herrera. And that is 100 career goals for him. And it's a beautifully taken goal. And he loves it. Loves it. Jared Timmer with a delivery. Well done, Sebastian Herrera. It's been a really bright start from him. He hasn't had too many opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net, but once he does, he's always ready to pounce.
83 goals in Colombia and Ecuador before coming to Sacramento, and that was a way to put a stamp on number 100. What a goal from Seba. You know what? We've seen it for the last couple seasons. Seba stays healthy, great things are going to happen. And already on the air, that's his 3rd USL Championship goal. He's got 1 in the Open Cup, as well as the USL Jägermeister Cup as well. He is on a tear in 2025, 10 games in all competitions.
Yeah, real alert as well as a big deflection off the Jared Timmer cross. And at that point, it's who can react the best. And not only that, it's tricky to finish the way he did, ball coming across your body. But he got enough on it to put it past the Rosarena.
And how about Jared Timmer here? This is now another assist. It's 3 on the year for Jared Timmer in all competitions.
And that's what he's capable of doing. Lee Desmond likewise on the other side. These players have a little bit of freedom with Freddie Kleeman. Here goes Lewis Jamieson. Well, those 2 defenders at the back have some freedom to get forward, get into the attack.
Ross has room, going to play it again to Seba. Seba waiting for Benitez. Jamison trying to get on a step. It's cleared away. At the last moment by Brewer. You can see these triangles forming for Sacramento, whether it's on this left side, it's Jamison, Benitez, at times Willie, and then you look the other side, it might be Willie and Pirano and Gurr, maybe it's Ross and Pirano and Gurr. It's really seeing this kind of recirculation of looks and run. It's gone well for Sacramento. Seba again, back heel. He's got Jamison with a good defensive effort by Las Vegas' back line.
And once again, they keep going to the well.
And Jack Singer may have just saved what would have been a second goal for Sacramento within a 5-minute span. Benitez. And this one is off of Patrick Leal.
There's a little coming together in the middle of the box. Sebastian Herrera. I think it was Gartig. He's back up on his feet. I think nothing in it. I think a low collision, and it is going to be an Atlas disposal corner kick coming up for Sacramento.
Tower Bridge Battalion banging the drums, the fans stomping their feet on the metal bleachers. Lewis Jamison looking to deliver.
Right.
Just a bit too high. Kleeman was crashing. Gurr will float it. Looking for their star center back. How about a year Freddie Kleeman has had there? The Newbury Park native that comes over from Tampa. He leads the league in clearances and duels won, 64 and 71 respectively. He's just been fantastic back there for Neil Collins' side. Noel and the captain charging forward for this Lights team, who finds himself down a goal after Seba was able to put it through in the 30th.
And for Vegas Lights, what they're really missing is just someone sitting in front of their back three, because they're a little stretched, and that's just allowing that massive gap that you've seen Sacramento go to time and time again, just feeding the ball into the feet of Sebastian Herrera. And if you're Nocerino, you're probably thinking, okay, who do we get in there?
Well, eFootball is here. Live your dream. Rep your team. Play at your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball, free to play. Download now. Back heel Brewer. Desmond elects to wait. Gurr has to come up. Nigro trying to look for a bit of space. Comes back to Shaft Brewer. Lays it off to Nigro. And it's Lee Desmond, the Team of the Week member, who forces a corner kick. First of the evening for this Las Vegas Lights team.
You don't see that often. That was the left wing back overlapping the right wing back. Let's talk about having some freedom to go wherever you want to go. Maybe he knew he was going to get a corner kick and he just wanted to take it, get over there early.
Former Real Monarchs man will take it on the left foot in swinger here. In trouble, but Danny Vidiello handles it nicely. Let's take a moment here from our sponsor at Ashton and Price.
At Ashton & Price, we aggressively represent injured victims against insurance companies. That doesn't make us bullies, but fighters. Through honest and aggressive representation, we obtain the best possible outcomes for injured clients, and there's never a fee until we win.
So you look at what Seba is doing this year, Adam. 12 goals, 3 assists, and 43 appearances in the first 2 years of the Republic, and 5 now this year. Really at a different level, and he gets Gartig to bite. He's got this team charging downhill for most of this first half. Willie's got room. Benitez, here comes the cross, here comes Gurr, and here goes the goal! Jack Gurr with a sensational run on the backside. Everyone focused on number 9. They forgot about number 2, and it's the second goal of the evening for Sacramento.
Very well done, Jack Gurr. And that's what you want to see, the left wing back providing it for the right wing back, getting in the box, and he was the aggressor right there, Jack Gurr. He knew defensively Nigro was a little reluctant going to that ball, and he gets there first and gets enough contact on it puts another one past the Rosarena, and it is 2-0 Sacramento.
Impossible to deal with, and you speak about it a lot. Make runs, try to find target. Great things happen, and Jack Gurr, second goal on the year. Continuing what was a fantastic 2024 where he had 8 assists but no goals. This year was a focus. Could he find the net more often? Well, he's on pace to do so far, and you've seen everybody in red this early evening, Adam, charging toward goal. Their first step is quicker than the opponent, and they've gotten the reward for it. They're up 2-0, 38 minutes in.
Yeah, get the numbers in the box, and Gennaro Nigro was having a word with the referee. He felt that it was a foul from Jack Gurr. He came through the back of him, but the referee did not call it, and it was well done, Jack Gurr. Again, the ball is in there, and that's what you want to see at times. It's you go take the ball. You know, don't wait on it coming to you. Go for it, and that ball was definitely not in his favor, Jack Gurr, but you love seeing that from the Englishman.
The Las Vegas Lights, who've not had much possession tonight, they're in the Republic half now. And they'll see if they can find one to answer back. Good looking ball hopper, a one-handed save by Danny Vitiello. But here comes Shap Brewer and the Vegas Lights again. Oh, so dangerous, and you might be up 2 goals, but you can't relax now.
They say that's the most dangerous scoreline, and I think this comes off the post, the right post of Danny Vitiello. Looks like he may have had it covered, but out of nothing, Las Vegas Lights almost pull a goal back, and that's what you just got to be careful. And funnily enough, you and I were joking about this, the catchphrase, you know, the most dangerous lead in soccer is when you're up 2-0, and that's why maybe you just take your foot off the gas a little bit and think you're comfortable, and then it's more the mental aspect. I don't think it is. I think 1-0 is more dangerous than 2-0.
Yeah, Jameson got a bit mixed up. He thought Blake maybe had that one, and Vegas was able to pounce right back on it. Noel.
But that's a warning sign for the Republic. Again, yes, 2 goals. This Vegas Lights team, plenty of quality in their side. They can get back into this game, no problem. And we have seen this Republic side struggle in closing out games.
2 goals late against Colorado Springs side, and was able to find a way, a couple of penalty kicks to go 2-2 as Seba takes one in the back. But, you know, look at the quality of the league. We've talked about it before, Adam, but they're just gone the days where you had a couple goals in the bank and you could probably ride it the rest of the way home. Teams are tactically better. They're the talent has risen in a way that you have guys that can create opportunities on their own now. And maybe you had a handful, but on every team now, there's someone who can get you a goal.
Yeah, it's great. And seeing the growth of the league, and that one, I think Sebastian Herrera wanted that left to come right into him. And if you're Sacramento Republic, you got to keep it going. Keep going. You've got 2 goals in this first half. That next goal that goes into the back of the net, they should really, they got to want that to be theirs.
Vegas just appear to be on the same page. You got guys going over the top now. It's Pickering, the former Memphis man.
And aside from that chance early in the game, Johnny Rodriguez really hasn't been in this game. And that's not what he wants. He loves having the ball at his feet and making things happen.
Jared Timmer with another assist in his belt. Finding Sebastian Herrera in the 30th, and then 7 minutes later, Jack Gurr from Benitez. And that is where we stand in Northern California the first half. The first of 3 between the Lights and the Republic.
And those balls from the back to the midfield, when you play that, you're skipping 2, maybe 3 Las Vegas Lights players. There's Kona, Rodriguez, and Knight Pickering. So you got to keep doing that if you're Republic, and having a little bit more urgency when you do it.
Toronto stays on this left side of the pitch. Republic found goals from different areas of the field tonight. They've had success. They've had a couple other quality looks too. But Lily has some room. Lays it off to Timmer. I think Timmer's going to wait for maybe a recycled run. Timmer's going to keep pressing. Gers in the corner, going to whip this one in quickly. Here comes Seba again. A good-looking header, just couldn't find target.
He's disappointed himself. He was looking for number 101. And he gets free anytime he's free in the box and he gets his head on it. You fancy him to put it in the back of the net. He doesn't get this one quite right. It was good patient play by Sacramento, recycling those runs and moving around. The referee having a word with Herrera. Make sure he's staying out the box, and you see how aggressive Sacramento are being. They're going to press high.
You've seen Vegas. They're keeping guys back. They're almost concerned about the quick return back the other way towards Rosarena's goal. Here comes Sacramento again. The pressure remains high. Noel. He's going to float this for Rodriguez, who brings it down with his foot. Well done, Rodriguez looking for goal. Keeps it on the ground, and Vidiello is able to make the stop. We're introducing a new way to connect with Republic FC. Join the text community and get ticket offers, latest news, exclusive content. Text enter to the number on the screen or scan the QR code.
That was a delightful touch by Johnny Rodriguez coming over his shoulder. And he thought about shooting a little bit earlier. Vitiello was slightly off his line. His goalkeeper got back, got set. That was no problem at all.
That'll go against Herrera. Turnover by Vegas. Can Sacramento add another here on this possession? Jamison! Oh, what a strike! Louis Jamison! 3 goals in the half for Sacramento. And the Scotsman's got his second on the year. He's rewarded with a start. And he rewards Neil Collins for putting him in the 11. What a take, Adam Moffat.
That's it, and he only had one thing on his mind, Louis Jamison. As soon as he got that ball, he knew he was one-on-one. He wanted to create a little bit of separation, and he does that. He just fires it into that far corner outside the reach of Raiko Rosarena, and it is 3-0 Republic. We're still in the first half.
A Rosarena, 4 goals allowed in the previous 6 games. 3 allowed in the first 45 minutes here this evening. And you look at the goals here tonight, Adam, they are quality from Sacramento. And you could have made an argument. There probably should have been another one earlier on, but Sacramento has not let any defeat of not scoring earlier here get them down, and they've got a nice advantage, 3-0 in here at the end of the first.
Yeah, and your Las Vegas Light, you need that. You need the referee to blow that halftime whistle. You got to get back in and try and get on the same page. And it was another careless giveaway. It was actually just gifted to Sebastian Herrera.
Brewer waits for it, and it hits off of Lee Desmond. Came from Rodriguez. And our stoppage time is brought to you by the Sacramento County Department of Health Services. 3 minutes of stoppage time as Michelle Benitez is taking a bit of blow to the rib cage. And is Kona, number 10 there, on loan from Miami in 2024, signed outright with July. The former Inter Miami man is trying to make a statement here in 25. Jamison's got another look. The fans are screaming, shoot it! Almost surprised his good fortune of having the exact same look that got him the goal in the 44th minute. Pirano finding Lewis. Benitez on the ground, good look. And Pirano has 2 blue jerseys. And Sacramento just going to take their time here. No, Benitez going to send a cross in. It's delivered back to Pirano off the deflection. And Pirano's now stepping in. And Pirano just needed one more man to beat there before a look on goal. But it will be a throw for Sacramento here, as we're looking to wind down this first half where Sacramento scored 3 goals. Sloppy give.
Rodriguez, if he gets his head up, he sees the run from Knight Pickering. He doesn't. And here comes Sacramento looking to add a 4th before halftime.
"14-minute span, 3 goals for Sacramento. Herrera, Gurr, and Jamison. And Gurr tracking, and Nigro is able to earn a whistle.
I'm not sure about that one.
Biggest lead of the season for Sacramento. But still plenty of work to do.
That's what's happening a lot with Las Vegas Lights. There's little sloppy passes. They're popping it up, and it's trying these layoffs, and it's not going where they want it to go, and Sacramento's been punishing them for it.
There's the whistle by Corbin May. But Sacramento fans here, they're in for a good one so far. The Republic putting up 3 goals on the board in 45+ minutes of work, Adam. Sebastian Herrera, number 100 in his career. And it's all high tens as Sacramento takes a 3-goal advantage into the locker room.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Focus! Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Whatever it takes. Trusted for over 100 years. Tiger Balm's proven herbal blend tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger so that you can rise above pain. Let's make a Karate Kid. And get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
How does Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water keep you in the game? We always source our water directly from the natural spring to fuel every body, no matter how you like to move it. So whether you're chasing your goals or just staying active this summer, make sure to stay hydrated with Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
Who wants that smoke? You want that smoke? Look, I ain't playing, I'm saying this ain't a joke. There ain't no bluffing, I'm calling you out for show. It's either all in or nothing, I go for broke. Who wants that smoke?
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Wilton Rancheria, Sky River Casino, the premier casino in Elk Grove, and Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Halftime here at Arnold Park. Last November, Wilton Rancheria became the first Native American nation to hold majority ownership in a men's professional sports club. Working alongside Sacramento City leadership, the group is now blazing a new path for Republic FC. And another huge announcement coming early June. The City Council will take a look and see if to move forward with a stadium plan in the rail yards, and then hopefully we'll be building soon here at Muffet. Right now, building on a big 3-0 lead for Sacramento. Halftime continues from Hart Health Park.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com. At Sky River Casino, join today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Listen up.
Why do you do it?
You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there.
Right next to your speeding car.
My mom is out there.
That's my dad's truck.
That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them and be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
Our first goal is we want kids to come out here and have fun. Yes, there you go. They're also going to grow, they're going to develop, and they're going to get a good taste of Sac Republic. Lots of learning and lots of fun to be had.
This week on USL All Access, Knoxville's new head coach, Ian Fuller, is off to an undefeated start in the league. He joins us to talk about all the good things going on in Knoxville. We'll also talk about a disappointing week in the Open Cup for the USL Championship, including what's wrong in Tampa Bay. It's all coming up this week on USL All Access on SiriusXM FC.
3-0 Sacramento. Modelo at the break here. Halftime. Adam, what a statement by this Republic team here in their first and 3 against Las Vegas.
Kind of what you've been waiting for Sacramento Republic at home, showing that dominance, but 3 goals so far, and you don't want to take your foot off the gas. You want to keep going. They look vulnerable tonight, Las Vegas Lights, and the Republic, great first half.
See what kind of changes are made from either side, but before we get that, let's go around the league, shall we? Is our USL news and notes section, and this is taking down San Antonio.
There's a lot, and again, we're still early enough in this season. You don't quite know who's going to be that top dog, but fun start to the season, I would say that, for the USL Championship.
And fans feeling good here. The vibes are right in Sacramento. 3-goal lead at half.
Are you with me? Oh, let's go. Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? 'Cause you make it look good.
¿Cómo se crea una comunidad con actitud ganadora? Manteniéndonos activos, trabajando y jugando juntos, fortaleciendo nuestros cuerpos, huesos y músculos con alimentos sanos, frescos y regionales. Crystal Creamery orgullosamente patrocina a atletas y equipos deportivos en el Valle Central de California. Porque cuando nutres a una comunidad, la comunidad prospera. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
We embody passion, grit, and curiosity.
Pushing boundaries and challenging norms.
We challenge each other intellectually
and practice kindness,
leaving a lasting impact wherever we go.
We do hard things the right way,
soaring high and inspiring others to do the same.
It's a mindset and a lifestyle.
It's the way of the Hornet.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at Sky River.
By Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Let's take a look at the first one. What equaled 100 for Sebastian Herrera. Talk us through it, Adam.
Yeah, he took it really well. The cross from Jared Timmer loops high into the air off the deflection, and it's really hard. He makes it look easy, Sebastian Herrera, but gets the right touch on it, slots it into the corner, and goal number 100. What a great achievement.
Did you get that jersey? How did you get that?
I think he's going to wear that in the second half.
Number 100, here it is. Shots on target. That's got to feel good for Neil Collins, 4 of the 7. Allowed to 3 goals, but for Las Vegas, they have the talent, they have the playmakers, so this is not over by any means, Adam.
It is not. I would love to say that, the game's over, but it isn't. I've been in these situations before. You're up a couple goals, 3 goals, and teams can find their way back in. They call it it's a game of 2 halves, and you never quite know what to expect. That next goal is going to be a big one.
Well, 2 changes as Joe Zhao comes into the match in Las Vegas, and for Sacramento, Blake Willie is replaced by Luis Felipe.
And we get Knight Pickering comes out for.
And Nate Jones is coming in.
Malik Howell is still in the game. He's just switched over to the right hand.
Rodriguez, they go with 3 attacking-minded players to try to see if they can find their way back into this game.
Yeah, Schaffbauer came out at halftime. Schaffbauer, Singer came out, and Checker wins this one, knocks it down to Christian Pirano. This is where he's so dangerous when he gets his head down, starts running at people.
Sends the cross in. It was a Jamison or Herrera opportunity, floated right in between them. And the sun is set behind us, so no longer will either the goalkeepers have to worry about that as the cross comes in. And Nick Ross feels a little bit of contact, goes down, will not get the call. This one takes a deflection, side netting off of the lights. It will be a corner kick brought to you by Atlas Disposal. First of the second half, about a minute and a half in.
Yeah, I'd be so frustrated if I was one of those, it should be one of the players or the coach for Las Vegas Lights. Christian Pirano goes down the right-hand side. Sacramento take their time, get the throw in, and he's standing wide open. No one goes to him. You're down 3-0. You got to try and find a way to get back in this game, and just letting a guy get the ball. I mean, it's just not good enough.
Pirano, he has Jamison, the left footer. Tries to chip it in, comes off the chest of Luis Felipe. Lee Desmond still here, steps over, tries to cut back around Nate Jones, and can't get there. Jones on loan from the Colorado Rapids, drafted 5th overall last year by Austin. And then the Rapids acquire his rights in the trade that bring him to Denver. And now he trying to get some minutes with the Lights in USL Championship play. Pirano again slicing through. Sacramento looks like they are not going to let up at all, Adam. How effective was that press by the Republic?
Yeah, they got to keep going. Great first half. And then the second half, they've kind of looked more the aggressor once again. They'd love to get that fourth goal. Who knows, fifth? Like I mentioned earlier, it looks like some of these players for the Lights have maybe conceded early. Valentin Noel, captain for Vegas Lights, took a little hit there.
Rodrigo Lopez was also looking to get ready to come into this game, and then Luis Felipe was the only change by Neil Collins at the break. He faced Blake Willie, had a really strong half. He was on his front studs all 45 minutes. This one's through to Rodriguez. Freddie Kleeman's got to try to cut him off. Concedes to Nigro. Nigro cross coming, back post. Look, opportunity punched away by Danny Vitiello. As Las Vegas trying to stay in this game, nearly gets the first. And Danny Vitiello may have taken one to the head here.
Yeah, and both opportunities, Danny Vitiello, I think, get a touch on his post there. And the second one, Knight Pickering really should be laying that ball off when it came back to him. From a tight angle, he tries to beat Vitiello, and that's a fantastic save. And the second one stands tall, taking that right to the face. And just as he gets back up, Vitiello, Pickering keeps it in, and he should be laying it off to his corner. I think it was there. And he doesn't. He goes himself, and Vitiello does what all good goalkeepers do. Gets right behind it.
Corner kick for the Lights.
And a goal could change this game. It really, really could. Plenty of time left in it.
Hey, Rosarina way outside his box, did not keep it at his feet very well, and Jamison was coming in a hurry. Herrera in the 30th, and then Gurr followed it up from Benitez in the 37th, and then Lewis Jamison in the 44th minute in that first half. And Sacramento with that 3-goal advantage as they head to the second half, their largest lead of the regular season in 2025. Here's Benitez, got plenty of room. Gurr's sneaking on the back door as well. For Las Vegas, how do you turn your fortunes around here in the second half?
That ball would have went in the back of the net. It could have changed for them. I think for them it's having a little bit more care with the ball. They've turned it over a lot. And making those runs. You've got Johnny Rodriguez. He needs to get into the game a little bit more. Sebastian Herrera has just been wonderful tonight for Sacramento.
I mean, he's putting on a clinic on how to be a holding striker. I mean, he has been sitting in that 6 and creating opportunities. Another turnover. Sacramento has forced quite a few against this Las Vegas team tonight. And the Lights have paid. Benitez there, not much room to go. And Noel. Here comes Sacramento. They're not letting up. See how much Vegas is really dropping back still at them on the back three. They're quite nervous to get any kind of run up the pitch here. And is that just because Sacramento has had so much success getting in behind?
They're definitely wary of, even when they do have the ball. It's like, hey, if we turn this over, they're probably not confident enough that they're going to keep that ball.
Meanwhile, here comes the Lights. Pickering, and from that right side, their buildup, and that's the kind of moments where Las Vegas just really hasn't been able to create much.
Players are making runs, and they're just not. I said it earlier in the first half. They're just not on the same page. The timing of the runs and the timing of the pass. And they've only scored 6 goals so far this season. We spoke about how many clean sheets they've had, but 6 goals in the first 8 games. So
Toronto trying to take on 3 Lights players. We'll draw the foul. If you can't watch the match, you can always tune into Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. So Vegas has El Paso and then Phoenix before coming back to Sacramento for the May 31st Jägermeister Cup match. It'll be their third contest. For the Republic, it'll be their second after defeating AV Alta. But as we discussed, Adam, goals are very important, as only one team and then a wild card will get to move on. As Sacramento, you're going to have to probably beat Vegas here, but also score some goals doing so.
Yeah, and just a reminder that that game will have a winner, we'll say. You know, again, if it is tied, both teams do get a point, but you can get that bonus point as it will go straight to penalty kick. So that will have a different feel to it, that game.
Jack Gerg up in the air and climbing the back of Nigro. Let's hear from our sponsor at SMUD.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're changing the world. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
Played forward, Rodriguez, and the flag is up. Johnny Rodriguez, he came in the Roots all-time goal scorer. That's because he started in the NISA as the club transitioned to the USL Championship. Cal State Northridge, Adam Madera. He's back home in California, but not finding success tonight. Just a few touches at him, and they've got to get him going if they want to find a way back into this one.
And you saw there he was offside, but that's how he likes to kind of operate on the shoulder of the back line and make those little runs.
Lee Desmond feeling a bit of pressure. Vitiello clears. Third appearance against Las Vegas as he's trying to look for a third shutout, I should say, for Danny Vitiello. He's got 2 in his career. What's a conversation from Neil Collins to his club here, and how do you approach this 45 minutes?
I think a big thing is don't get complacent. You know, with the ball, make sure you're doing the things that were getting you success, and that was, you know, finding those wide areas, finding Sebastian Herrera at feet, keep the intensity high. Sacramento won a lot of those turnovers in the midfield, so it creeps in for sure. When you're up by 3 goals, you think you are cruising, but they've had a couple warning signs. Vitiello called any action a couple times.
And how do you strike the balance between, you want to stay aggressive, but you don't want to open up for opportunities to give Las Vegas a look to score?
Yeah, you got to manage the game, and that's not going to be called a foul on Herrera. Maybe he was surprised himself there.
Seba, and draws a foul himself near the touchline. He has got it going tonight, doesn't he? He's drawing fouls, scoring goals, forcing takeaways. The hold-up play has been fantastic. I mean, he really has been a star tonight. As we mentioned it, he's got a goal in the Open Cup, goal in the Jägermeister Cup, 3 now in the USL Championship this season to go with an assist. He's used his head, used his feet. I mean, he's doing it all here in 2025, Adam.
Yeah, he really does. And, you know, spoke about consistency has been the hard thing for him, you know, consistently staying healthy, because we see glimpses, and that's been the kind of theme for him. And, you know, Collins early in the season, he said, as long as we can keep him healthy and get him going and get him consistent in games, we know what he's capable of doing.
Set piece here for Sacramento, and it's going to sail all the way through. Maybe a miscommunication. How about the turnaround, though, from this Lights team? 19 points, last in the West, a negative 30 goal differential in 2023. to the 4th position in the Western Conference in 24. One of the biggest turnarounds in USL Championship history. And now they're trying to build further in 2025. They're down big in this one against Sacramento. Rodriguez coming back for the ball a bit more in this second half, trying to create some offense. Getting tangled up. Nick Ross able to win it again. Jamison just circling. He's got to find a relief valve. Well, choosing the right health plan for you and your family is Simple Western Health Advantage. Check out their affordable plans. They've been keeping the community strong for more than 25 years. Go online, westernhealth.com. The flag goes up against Jack Gurr for an offside.
It's been a tad early there, Jack Gurr. I don't know if he went early. He was just ready for that ball a little sooner. He'd create a good space. And you can see that energy's a little bit lower within the stadium. I don't think the players for Sacramento will mind that. Maybe the fans. Sometimes you have these. I mean, what we saw last time out here was very interesting, and we weren't too sure if maybe Las Vegas Lights were going to do that tonight and just sit back and try and replicate the success.
Rodriguez can't get to it. I mean, Indy came in and some of their key guys playing 200+ minutes heading into that match, and they got a goal as Elvis Samo, who one of the hottest players in the championship as of late, was able to get that goal, and they just sat back daring Sacramento. And when we talked to Neil Collins earlier, he said, you know, there were opportunities though. He said we just allowed them to do that. He said we drew many of their guys out of position. We just needed the ball to be served in behind, and we didn't take advantage, and we really got a lucky break toward the end. This one's played forward too much, but here comes Gurr. Oh, a Rosarina. Maybe a bit too soft out there. Gurr almost made him pay for a second goal tonight.
Yeah, that ball was meant for Lewis Jamison from Luis Felipe. Just a little bit too much on it. Yeah, and I think Neil Collins was right. There were some opportunities, and just the final pass was just overhit. And again, goals change games, and I think if that game stays at 0-0, it's a little bit more open. But as soon as you gave up that goal, Elvis Samo was in the 11, just bunkering in, and it wasn't relentless pressure from Sacramento either, you know. And obviously that penalty kick kind of came out of nothing, a little clumsy. But they did remain undefeated at home, Republic, and this is a much better performance we've seen tonight.
And yeah, we talked about it, but credit to Trevor Hammond to come in and as a sub, hadn't been getting a lot of minutes. This one's played over the top, really good for Rodriguez. Chested down, looking, trying to curl, is waiting for some help. He gets it from Nigro, but it's broken up by Nick Ross. Noel back to Nigro, a step from Gurr. Nigro continues, he's inside the 18. Vegas coming together, just not on the right page. And now they're going to try for a hopeful look. Leal on the follow, and it sails way off target. Well, seriously injured? For the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price for a free consultation. An hour gone by in Northern California, the Republic with a 3-goal advantage. And more changes may be coming for the Lights. Good delivery from Danny Vitiello as Sacramento is going to push Vegas all the way back, and now we'll have an opportunity to apply some pressure. Nate Jones. Well done. And the thing about Freddie Kleeman is not only is he getting the clearance, he's putting the ball in the right place to ensure that his team regains possession.
Yeah, it's such a crucial thing. You don't really think too much about it. It's not only just getting that initial one, but like you mentioned, it's, hey, can you find an open guy? Can we keep the ball here rather than just sending it back up the field for a 50-50?
The whistle will mean a substitution as Christopher Pearson will replace Patrick Leal. Rodriguez, Pickering, Zhao, Noel, Pearson, Vizcona, Nigro, Jones, Skartik, Hal, and a Rosarina for Las Vegas. Just one change for Sacramento, and that was Luis Felipe. Placed Blake Willie. Kerr heading it back, looking. And a step there, and it will be lights ball, no whistle. As Kona may have taken that one right on the top of the boot.
If you're Sacramento Republic, those players on the bench, you're probably dying to get in, knowing that there's not another game for a couple of weeks. You've got the bye next week.
And Russell Cicerone held out again, just as a precautionary, and give him some more time to get back. No whistle. Corbin May is going to continue to let them play. This is right in for Perron, a little bit behind him to drag forward. He's sliding through. He's taken down, stays on his feet, dumps it up to Herrera. Seba steps over, and there's a penalty coming for the Republic. As Seba was trying to go in on goal, Rosarina took him down to the knees. And the Republic surging forward, and all credit to Christian Perrano, who kept that attack alive and heading downhill and set up what is going to be a PK. Look at this ball.
Yeah, he does so well, Perrano, and you almost think he's going to shoot it, and I think he faked everyone out in the stadium. Finds a great ball to Herrera. He beats the goalkeeper. The trailing right leg of Rosarina takes down the Sacramento Republic striker.
And who will be to take it? They might give it to Perrano to take.
Sebastian Herrera is good to go. I think he might take it as a striker. Benitez has the ball in his hands, but I don't know if... Is he going to be the taker? We shall see. Yeah, I think there may have been a yellow card to the goalkeeper. Again, sometimes you might think, well, he was going to score. It should be a red card and denial of a goal scoring opportunity. But he does make a play at the ball. So we're not going to call both. You're going to get the penalty kick. And we saw that in the opening week of the season. Lewis Jameson getting pulled down, getting a penalty kick, and the player getting a red card because he did not make an attempt at the ball. Rosarina did make an attempt at the ball there, so that's why he doesn't get a red.
Well, it's Nick Ross who has put it down over the spot. And the midfielder, maybe the surprise choice here. But the veteran at 33 years of age is going to look to make this 4-0 for Sacramento. Ross is able to find the net. 4-0 Sacramento. Nick Ross, first goal on the year. Well taken straight up the gut. And the scarfs are waving in Northern California. It's all red tonight.
And he goes right down the middle. He knows the goalkeeper's moving. And Rosarina stretches every inch of his body. He just can't get enough on it. And it is 4-0 Sac Republic. And well done, Nick Ross, holding his nerve. He's a good night tonight. Caps it off with a goal.
Republic coming to the match with 10 goals in the regular season. They've added 4 more tonight. And we talked about how critical 3 points would be, Adam. You move right back up near the top of the standings in Sacramento with a statement game here. A 4-0 trouncing of this light side who defeated this Republic team 3 consecutive times in 2024.
It's the manner in which Sacramento are going about their business tonight, which is really impressive. And the game's not done yet. Still enough time in this one. I think what they'd want to see, what Neil Collins would want to see is, can you add to the goal tally and can you keep a clean sheet?
Number 10, keeping that run going, staying on his feet. Looked like he may have been down twice. And then Seba going in. And here's a nice ball to Jameson. Good recovery from the lights. Gert's going to try to send it back. It was just a bit too heavy, and now Luis Felipe is going to track it before it crosses the touchline. Seba, Jack, Lewis, Nick. all with goals tonight for Sacramento. We'll watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Eastern Conference rivals Detroit, Charleston going head-to-head May 24th, 1 o'clock. USLChampionship.com for complete listings. South Bridge Battalion feeling good tonight. Those drums continuing to ring throughout Heart Health Park. Rodriguez on the run. Vidiello will track it and bring it in. Really a team effort here tonight. Adam, anybody for Sacramento has stood out to you?
Oh, that's hard. All of them. Great touch here, Jack Gurr.
I mean, I think you're right. That is the one thing tonight is everyone has played their role and at a high level.
They really have. I mean, you look at the back three, been solid. Out wide, Michel Benitez has been heavily involved. Jack Gurr gets himself a goal, gets involved.
Even Danny Vidiello has had to make 2 stops tonight.
Yep. Lewis Jamieson, Christian Pirano threatening. Jamieson getting the goal. Christian Pirano, massive hand in that penalty kick.
All right, what do you see here, Adam?
So this left foot, Lewis Jamieson, you got to get runners right in front of the goalkeeper. These can sometimes a good chance if he smacks this right across, there's a good chance these go right into the back of the net. So it's important. Lee Desmond's in that space right now, and he's just going to kind of try and free it up for someone else. They don't have anyone at the near post, Vegas Lights. Johnny Rodriguez is going there now.
There's Benitez as well. This one's floated middle. Rosarina punched it away. Probably should have brought it in. Allow Sacramento to get it back. Benitez going to float it. Cross coming. Rosarina. Rosarina, just 4 goals allowed in 6 appearances coming into tonight. I've seen 4 get behind him against Sacramento in 1 match. This one's driven well. Back post. Vidiello will watch it sail. Always a threat. Sacramento has got to be careful. They've got a team here that has some big-time playmakers. And speaking of, one of the biggest playmakers in Republic history, Rodrigo Lopez. He'll replace Nick Ross, who took the PK in another sensational night in the defensive midfield. That means Lewis Jamieson will also come out. No, it's going to be Seba. So Trevor Ammon will stay in the game with Lewis Jamieson and Pirano up top. Rodrigo Lopez replacing Nick Ross. Luis Felipe will shift into that role.
And Trevor Ammon, we see Roro's into the game, and both of them will probably be licking their lips. Hey, we can get involved in some of this, and especially for Ammon, he scored. The medical staff is having to look at him on the other side of the field.
With that, let's step aside real quick and hear from Pacific Office Automation.
Pacific Office Automation is your one-stop shop for office technology, copiers and printers, managed IT, unified communications, and more. Visit pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Rosarina still on the turf. Sacramento, if they can hold on to this, will pick up their 3rd win in regular season play. They'll go 3-2-4 and move to 13 points. It'll be the 3rd loss for Vegas. It will be 3-3-3, and they're still search of a first road win. Yes. They are sitting on 2 draws currently. But again, we talked about matches of their last 6. Going to be on the road. That's going to be tough. I mean, it's a tough way to finish, so they're going to need to pick up points here in May and June to stay in stride. If you know how it gets to the end of the season, it's not easy to play on the road. Sacramento found that out last year.
Yeah, it is not. It is much easier being at home. Typically, sometimes there's some anomalies, but I think you'd much rather have that home stretch at the end of the season. And you just see that's going to be the end of the night for Rosarena. He's coming out of this game. He can no longer continue. It looks like his lower back. He's getting a little bit of treatment on it.
It's a rare substitute. We almost saw Malik Howell have to come out of the game 2 minutes into the match. He was able to continue. It'll be Nick Ometer into the game, his third appearance on the season. Allowed 3 goals in 2 appearances, 1 shutout for the Lights, and he comes in to finish it off as a Rosarena unable to continue. Well, not the Lights sort of evening they had hoped for coming up to Sacramento. And Trevor Ammon might get his first touch.
And that's what they're looking for, Johnny Rodriguez. Just trying to slide him in. VTL takes a big slice at that one, goes nice and high. How's your touch, Jared Timmer? Pretty good.
Jack Gurr takes one to the back of the head. They're going to stop it immediately. I know Sacramento is feeling like they had Lewis Jamison springing right toward goal, but a head injury, they're going to always stop it immediately, and that's how it goes.
Yeah. You get the frustration. It's like, hey, we're through, but it is a head injury, and the referee has to stop it as soon as he sees it. And just as Jack Gurr goes up for it, right through the back of him is Nate Jones. Doesn't feel good. And hopefully he's able to continue, Jack Gurr.
How about Neil Collins? His performance in May as a head coach in the USL Championship, astounding. 15 wins, 3 draws in his career in Tampa and Sacramento. He's got 1 more to go, but it would be the Jägermeister Cup, so this would seal it at 16 wins and 3 draws all time in the championship. Adam, we've still got some time here, but
yeah, that's real impressive. I mean, I wonder if he's like, all right, let's get this done tonight. And another 11 months to wait, keep that record going. I wonder when his birthday is. My birthday's in May. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select, they're every step of the way. Select, the player's choice. Still a press here from Sacramento. They're not going to give an inch. Playing it backward. Imagine if you come into a 4-0 match where you're ahead. As a player, obviously you don't want to give up a goal, but in other ways, you also try to prove that you belong on the pitch, starting 11, maybe earlier in games, whatever it may be. What are coaches exactly looking for? Because the tactic and the mission's a little bit different from the first 15 minutes of the game, the last 15 here.
Yeah, it definitely is, but every time you're on the field, it's an opportunity to impress. And I think what's great if you're Sacramento is you look at the 3 substitutes they've brought in. Oh, great work, Christian Pirano.
He's been sensational.
Yeah, it really has. It highlighted him before the game, and here he goes once again. I don't know if he's going to win that physical duel, but
look how he started here, Adam. In your attacking, you're deep in your own half, and now he's moved it all the way back.
It's great to see, and you feed off that. You see him. That's not his game. That's not what. You know him as an attacker. Getting the ball, being creative, fun to watch, but the willingness to do that is just brilliant from the Argentine. But I think talking about Sacramento Republic, the 3 subs you're bringing in Roro, you're bringing in Luis Felipe, and you're bringing in Trevor Ammon, 3 guys who are highly capable of getting stuff done in this league. So getting people healthy, getting that balance. You got Russell Cicerone's going to come back, and Sacramento's in a real good spot heading into this summer stretch.
Well, join us at Heart Health Park 2 weeks from now, May 31st, 7 o'clock. Republic taking on this very same Vegas side. It'll be for the USL Jägermeister Cup, however. Second match in the group stage. Make sure you get your tickets. You can watch on Fox 40 as well, on Stream Online.
And that is the second of 4 matches they'll play.
Gurr looking for a runner. Stays on his feet, lost it for a moment as Nigro went down to ground. And now Gurr's feeling a little bit maybe annoyed that he didn't see that one. Roro, meanwhile, is going to get into the corner, maybe earn himself a corner kick. Nope, stays in play. Good to see, Rodrigo Lopez too. I know they're trying to be careful with his minutes this year, coming off back-to-back seasons where he had devastating injuries, and a game like this, you're able to keep him fit. Meanwhile, going to give him another week off, and there's going to be a card shown to Edison Escona. And now here is maybe the last change for Sacramento as Jack Gurr is replaced by AJ Edwards. San Jose native, 22 years of age, and coming out of MLS Next Pro in San Jose, a couple of seasons with the Earthquakes. His rookie season, he had 3 assists, 18 appearances, and then guy put up 7 goals. So he can do a little bit of everything for this Republic side, and now he's got an opportunity in the middle of the park. Back and forth, Felipe dragging his foot. Edwards back to Felipe. Pirano's on the right wing. Timmer, another assist, the first to Sebastian Herrera, 30th minute. Maybe a little too cute there from Pirano, and Rodrigo Lopez is doing everything he can to slow down Escona. And now Timmer's trying to get there, staying on his feet. Escona, and he's brought to the ground as Jared Timmer kind of had no other choice, but man, you want to be careful if you're a back line because you're going to accumulate these yellow cards.
Yeah, you definitely are. And it was real funny in the start of that one, Rodrigo Lopez just grabs him. He's looking to intentionally get the foul, but the referee got turned around and didn't see him do it, and he got away with it. Jared Timmer did not.
Set piece here for the Lights. 82nd minute in Sacramento. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffat with you on week 11, the USL Championship. Each USL Championship game number 9 for these sides tonight, and the Republic in a big way have found a 4-0 advantage late into this one. On a beautiful, cool evening. Started off in the 70s and summer on the horizon. Back post. Vidiello down the ground he goes. Into the Brinks Tires tailgate kit sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth of up to $3,000. Get your phone out, Adam. Scan that QR code and you can enter. Actually, you may not be eligible. My friend. Yes.
Missed it. Really? I couldn't get my phone out quick enough.
Maybe a relative. Well, not with the different last name.
Different, okay. Mother-in-law.
There you go. Gleeman damaged a bit too tall, and now he'll be the team of the week man, Lee Desmond. Really a silly foul going back to Chiza in the back. Murphy was pleading the case, and it looked like may have been contact. now where he was as well, but it was pretty clear in that replay who committed it for Indy and came on as a sub to try to close it out. And the play gave Sacramento life, earned the draw, and now they're trying to back it up with a win here, and 2 of 5 straight here at Heart Health Park. Lewis Jamison, really quality night. You know, he's been maybe frustrated not getting in, but again, give an opportunity and you show what you can do, and he's made some plays that allowed Republic to ultimately get this lead and then set up 44th minute goal through the third of the night.
Yeah, and I think for Lewis Jameson, again, you got to earn the right to get on the field. You know, what you do at practice, and then you've got to earn the right to stay on it, and what your productivity. And for him as an attacking player, it's been a threat. He's working hard, it's winning the ball, and he's done that tonight. He's done a really, really good job.
It'll be a foot race here. Benitez, we'll watch it sail to play, but I think Las Vegas will come up, and there will be a substitution. And here comes Davian Kimbrough, who made his professional debut against this Las Vegas side in October of 2023. Now into the game after spending most of the first part of this season, Adam, with the national teams. I mean, he really has been away from the team, and now he's getting a chance here late in this one as the teenager out of Woodland comes in for Christian Pirano. Pirano getting a standing ovation at Heart Health Park for his contribution.
Yep, 14-year-old.
I think he's 15 now.
I still think he's 14.
We'll look it up. Still unbelievable. A freshman or a sophomore in high school. And Lopez. Here's Edwards, the right wing. Look at Edwards turn the corner. Going to try to cross this in to face the goal, sliding through. Look for Sacramento as Benitez almost putting number 5 in the bank for Sacramento. Lopez keeps it in play. Roro, here comes the cross, the delivery. Ammon! Oh, Trevor Ammon! Third goal in 3 games, and a delivery from Rodrigo Lopez is as good as ever. 5-0 Sacramento.
Talk about quality. Roro just puts it on a platter for Trevor Ammon, who's still got work to do, and he supplies the finish. Heads it down into the ground, and absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper, and it is 5 goals here for the Republic.
You said there'd be a moment to feast. They were licking their lips. The opportunity came, and Trevor Ammon, we know he can score. I mean, you look, he put up 26 goals with the Northern Colorado Hailstorm in 2023. He had 9 last year in regular season play. He's got 3 now in all competitions for Sacramento, 2 in league play in back-to-back weeks. What a stamp, and really just an all-out perfect performance by this Republic team. Their biggest win of the season. There's some fancy, and we want 6 now.
Was that what they're shouting? I was wondering what that was. And Davian Kimbrough is 15 years old. He's
okay. His birthday
older.
was in February, yes.
Yes.
Much older than you thought.
Way
Barely
older.
15.
But what a performance from this Republic side. Every single player, and Trevor Ammon comes in, gets his job done. We speak about, the depth in the squad. Now he seems to have been hitting the right form, and he's had to work for his minutes, and that's what Neil Collins has spoke about, is even when he wasn't getting on the field, it was like other players were just doing better at that moment in time, and Trevor Ammon, we know he can score goals, and he's shown that. Three goals in 3 games.
And now Kimbrough just stepped out. Well, Adam, I tell you, this is not even the biggest win for Sacramento. I think the last time we 5-0 was against Lou City a couple of years ago. But prior to that, the most goals scored for Sacramento in a championship match was against the Tulsa Roughnecks in 2019. That was 6-0.
Who scored goals in that game? Kamawasa, I'd imagine, would have got some. Enoch Olsen, was he around that time?
There's been a couple open matches that Republic have matched that, but what a performance here tonight. They wanted to feel like they could just get rolling. And I'll tell you what, Adam, good luck finding a man of the match tonight. You can name 15 players right now.
Mans of the match?
Men's.
Yeah, it's been a, well, that's the kind of game you want. You know, it's really hard to pick. Every single person out there has been brilliant. Every single player who's come on the field as well.
I mean, everyone's had an impact, right? And the crowd's just still stomping their feet. They are celebrating this win tonight. Edwards showing his pace. Edwards continuing the run. Edwards got this team going here. And a lot of contact. I don't think you're going to get that one late here. As Noel going in but Edwards, though, we've seen him play along the back line a little bit, but getting some freedom to run here as he replaced Jack Gurr in this right wing at him. And we've seen some really nice spacing by number 23.
Yeah, he's got some dangerous spots since coming in, and feet got tangled up a little bit. Maybe if it wasn't 5-0 already, it might have been given.
There's Davian Kimbrough, Republic Academy striker. I mean, you look at the amount of goals that young man has scored. It's, I think, 70-something in his academy career. He's 15 again, by the way. It's only been 4 years.
Yeah, and he's playing with kids who are older than him as well. He's playing with men out here tonight. But
when he debuted, Adam, he was 13 years of age, 7 months and 13 days, youngest for any athlete in team sports at that moment. I don't know if it's been beaten quite, but either way, what a trajectory this young man. Continue to see him go. And I mean, here's the truth. The Republic have put out really quality teams. If Davian's maybe on a team, maybe like a Miami, there's probably more opportunities for the youngster, but probably good in a lot.
Like Luis Felipe, Roro, he's going up against Jared Timmer, Lee Desmond, Freddie Kleeman. He's trying to score goals against Danny Vitiello, Jared Mazzola. Like, that is, you cannot beat that kind of education as a youngster. And we might not be seeing the minutes for him yet, but you know, the payoff for him could be down the line. Will be down the line.
And stoppage time brought to you by Sacramento County Department of Health Services. Republic trying to play this game out as they're going to take the victory here. But Joe Zhao, quiet since coming on sub at the break. There's one they've tried to rely on here this year. Only a goal so far this season, but plenty of quality minutes in MLS. This is a ball directly to Danny Vitiello. And the crowd start to head for the exits. They feel like this one is in the bag with about 30 seconds to go. A full, complete team performance. What a rebound from a week ago where you still earned a point, Adam, but Neil Collins got to be feeling a lot different than they felt this time 7 days ago.
Yep, he'll be feeling great about this. The 5 goals and a clean sheet, and it is in the bag for the Republic.
Well, the Republic, they got a little scoring from everybody, it seems. Sebastian Herrera, Jack Gurr, Lewis Jamison, Nick Ross, and Trevor Ammon to go with a 5-0 victory over the Las Vegas Lights. Tonight's Western Health Advantage Man of the Match.
Sebastian Herrera, goal number 100. Got an assist as well. A great night, real tough to choose. And there he is. He's got that jersey in hand. Make sure he doesn't lose that. Ice pack on the hamstring. He's got a couple weeks to rest. But brilliant performance by him and by others.
Almost at 101 too. I mean, really, what he did to get himself in position, Adam, was more impressive than the goal here tonight. Is time after time, that back line didn't know what to do with number 9 here this evening. Seba has shown all that he can do. He's got 5 goals in all competitions in 2025, and he is, again, your Western Health Advantage man of the match. And we talked about it, though. Obviously, we've got several guys who scored goals this evening, but the back line was nearly perfect. To me, the midfield helped shape the game. The guys up top, if you look at Christian Pirano, you can make a case he could be man of the match. The way that he was able to drive forward, set up the penalty kick that got Rosarina to come out and tackle Herrera. Defensive play, getting back. I mean, they just did it all. And this is a quality win for Sacramento as it's handshakes and smiles all around on the pitch here. As we're going to talk to one of the Republic players. But your thoughts, obviously, you're riding a high here. You're up 3-0, then 4-0, and then you're going to end this game with 5 goals in your pocket, Adam Muffet. And I think you, as a player, you just got to feel like, man, that was a huge load off us. We knew we could put in a performance like that, and here in game number 9, you did it.
Yeah, it's going to feel like something that this was coming eventually for Sacramento. It was only a matter of time. And they got it done in emphatic style. And I think the next game's going to be a little different. The next time these two meet, I think Vegas are going to go to get back on the training ground and look, okay, we cannot allow Sebastian Herrera to get the success that he had.
Well, they got 2 more matches to go before they see Sacramento again, so it's going to be a very busy evening. And Sebastian Herrera is going to talk to the crowd here through a translator, as he'll get the scarf from the Tower Bridge Battalion as well. A great tradition here that the man of the match getting something special. And the whole team's going to come over and present Seba with the maybe a nice little photo. Clean sheet as well for Danny Vidiello. And how about that? Danny Vidiello now. That is his 48th regular season shutout, Adam.
That is impressive. When you see the players, the Jiffy Lube clean sheet manner with that is a nice clean sheet right now. Oh, it's on the ground. That's nice. Don't know if that'll stay. Some grass stains on it.
Either way, what a performance. We're going to talk to Lewis Jamison here. Got the goal, team of the week, player of the week, week 1. And found himself in and out of the lineup, but he has gotten back in tonight, and what a performance. He's able to get the 3rd goal of the evening, 44th minute for Lewis Jamison, his 2nd on the season. And he's going to talk to us in a moment. But before we get there, Danny Vidiello, the previous game, Neil Collins basically said he could have sat down and took a nap part of that match. But even here tonight, there was kind of moments he was just long lulls without seeing the ball. How hard is it to stay focused? I mean, we talk about it's so easy, but you've got to be on your toes, the goalkeeper. That can change a game if he's not ready and makes those 2 clean saves.
Yeah, that would have been 3-1 at that moment, and all of a sudden the momentum shifts. But that's why he's one of the best in the league. He's always ready when needed.
And that's his 3rd shutout against this Las Vegas Lights team. He's got 48 in his career in a Sacramento uniform. It's been quite a get for this Republic team. And speaking of additions and coming into this club, we've got Lewis Jamison down on the pitch here, who's got his 2nd goal of the season. Lewis, congratulations, a 44th minute goal, and the crowd was screaming for you to shoot it. Did you finally hear the calls and say, I got to put one in the back of the net, or what?
It's the first thing on my mind when I received the ball, was to go forward. I seen I was in a 1v1 position, and I just had one thing in my mind, and that was to get the shot away, and it's went in the bottom corner.
Yeah, great goal, Lewis. Well done. Obviously, you've adjusted to Sacramento. How big a result is that for the team? Getting the 5 goals, getting a clean sheet, but getting the 3 points as well.
Yeah, it's huge. Ultimately, that's the main aim, is to get the 3 points and put on a good performance. And if that brings 5 goals or 1 goal, as long as we get the 3 points and ultimately keep striving in the way we want to go.
Hey, Lewis, I was going to say, this is probably the sharpest performance we've seen from the club. And to me, you look like Christian Pirano was able to do a lot in a variety of ways. You as well, Blake Willie, really set the tone early. I mean, I don't know if we've seen that style of football really quite yet. You might have it on the training ground. We haven't seen it in a game here at home.
Yeah, that's what we reiterated all week during training. We had a great week in training. The standards were high. Everybody was wanting to put the rights wrong. Wrongs right, sorry, my bad, from last week's performance. So, no, thankfully we got the 3 points and we got 5 goals to go for it.
Well, it was a brilliant performance. Congratulations on goal number 2 there. Enjoy this. You got a week off. And then, I guess, last question for how difficult is it going to be to face this team yet again here? And obviously you can't expect a similar result.
Yeah. It's one thing we need to make sure is we need to make sure that we do the exact same things as what we've done tonight. We have a few days off next week, and then we'll be ready to go again for them coming back here again for the Jägermeister Cup.
Well, it's going to be a fun one. We appreciate you joining us here. Go celebrate with your team, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, it's Lewis Jamison, 3rd goal of the night for Sacramento. 5. And number 100 for this man, Sebastian Herrera, who's hanging out with the fans. We'll have more in the postgame here from Heart Health Park.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Our first goal is we want kids to come out here and have fun. Yes, there you go. They're also going to grow, they're going to develop, and they're going to get a good taste of Sac Republic. Lots of learning and lots of fun to be had.
Fans post-match here in the north stands. 5-0, the final in Sacramento as the Republic with their biggest win in 2 years. Tonight's image of the match brought to you by Power Business Technologies. Smiles from Seba, goal number 100, and there it is.
Great moment for him. That's a lot of teams, a lot of goals, and to get that here in Sacramento is a special moment. Captured it well with our Power Business Technology image of the match.
Take a look at our highlights. Republic came out front studs and they were active. You saw Seba, great hold-up play, and then led to this.
Yeah, Jared Timber whips it in, takes a big deflection. Herrera keeps his eye on the ball and gets the right contact on it. Very hard to do, but goalkeeper had no chance.
1 minute in, or should be 30 minutes in, 1 goal. And this would be the second. Benitez finding Gurr on the run, right wing. Beautifully done to stay with it.
Yeah, fortune favors the brave, and he threw his body in there. Jack Gurr, Niagara didn't like it, but we got that goal. And Lewis Jamison, this was brilliant. He spoke about it after the game. First thing on my mind, I wanted to take it and go, and he realized he could, and really well taken goal from the Scotsman.
And then Pirano just continuing the charge. He's so hard to bring down. Seba probably should have had a brace there. Rosarina elects to go all the way in instead of giving up the goal, took a chance. And then Nick Ross stepping up for the penalty and put it in, first goal of the year.
Yeah, I think we're a little surprised that Nick was the one who stepped up and took it, but Kulishalite whipped it in. And then Roro, what about just bringing that guy into the game and puts it right on the head of Trevor Ammon, who really good finish. We know he's good with his head. He's good with his head, his right foot, left foot, all of it.
And here's the crazy thing. If you look at shots taken by Sacramento, it's maybe one of the lower numbers of the year. 9, Adam. 9, but 6 on target and led to 5 goals.
Tell you what, that's going to put that efficiency, success.
Championship, but here we are, USL Jägermeister Cup continuing for the Republic 2 weeks from tonight against this very Lights team one more time. This Lights team has been good in the Cup. They've got 2 wins, 5 goals. And then FC Tulsa Republic will look to get some revenge there. And San Antonio, always a good match. And then at Birmingham, at Rhode Island for a tough road stretch. But number 2, 5 in the books at home here. Republic on this stretch. They've got 4 out of a possible 6. Going to try to keep it going 2 weeks from tonight. Appreciate you joining us here from Sacramento, our entire crew. Special thanks to our producer, David Saunders, Derek Mario, entire broadcast crew, the camera guys, and everybody putting in work. Adam Moffat, I'm Rob McAllister. We appreciate you. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy the weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.